Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. Looking at the Nets, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Last time out for them, Freak set a career high in points. He's shown glimpses of what he's capable of before. Shaq, was his outburst a one-time thing, or can we expect more of that from him?
You know, he's a smart player. You know, the last game he had a matchup he felt he could exploit, and he made the most of it. You know, I saw his coach on the sideline calling plays. He was waving his coach off saying, no, this guy's barbecue chicken. I'm going to take him to the hole. He has a lot of tools, and I think he can do this more often. But consistency is something that he needs to develop.
Hey, listen, after a performance like that, though, Ernie, the focus is now on him. So he has to read defenses a little bit better tonight if he wants to have that kind of performance again.
And we will wrap it up.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Today's game continues this Brooklyn Nets homestand. And, of course, Kevin Love. Team moving on here without him.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, you know, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Freak in a two-guard. Maurice Spates out there with Zach Randolph. And it's LeBron James. And it's Irving in at the one spot. Randolph kicks to Irving. Passes it to Freak.
Traded Kevin Love.
Six to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Here's Kilpatrick. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Lopez a screen. And Jack kicks to Lopez. And that one hits back iron.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Freak. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Chicago. Back to Irving. Puts up a three. Moves back up. And Randolph with the layup.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Jack. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here is Jack. 4-point game. There's the feed to Boozer. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Irving dishes to Freak. James outside. No good on the three.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Jack against LeBron. Jack passes to Boozer. And stolen by Freak. Now Cleveland moving it up. Freak with the ball. Cleveland shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Cavaliers leading by 3. The dish to Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 6.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. Here's the screen. Back to Lopez. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Freak kicks to LeBron. Pass to Freak. Jacks up a 3. And he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Assists over the last 10 games. Freak is second.
And what that group has a great understanding of, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
Now, here is Jack. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Terrific design on the pick look, and he lays it in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Dellavedova dishes to Fry. James, the pass to Freak. So it's Brooklyn now. Cleveland leading by 6. That is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here is Jack.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Smith left side. 41 seconds left to play in the first. Now, Freak. 9 points in the game so far. It's deflected, but he gets it back. A second chance effort. Cannot hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Jack passes to Hollis Jefferson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers ahead. up by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. We've got Bogdanovich. Jones is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Freak. He dishes it to Irving. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Irving's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Cavs. Here's Kilpatrick. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lopez a screen. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls, boy, was he tremendous. He dropped a cool 33 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Brooklyn. And Cleveland also making a change. Jefferson's checked in.
What's going on, stream? Let me know where you at. Let me know where you at. Who's sitting here watching this crazy shit with me? I just broke my laptop, by the way, so I'm tight.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
You know, but they were able to hang in there for most of that game. But at the end, you know, when it matters most in terms of what I call winning time, they just could not make the plays on either end of the floor.
Yeah, I like that term, winning time. But as you said, they didn't get run over, but just couldn't convert when they needed to in the end.
For Brooklyn, they had made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. Taking 2 shots. And the first one drops.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance.
Why do you have the ball?
And I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
Now here's Freak. He's got 11. Tries from 10.
13. Oh, that was good.
That's the first shot for the floor he's missed. 5 for 6. Shaq with it. From deep. And misses, would have kind of had it gone in. And the first
What's going on, stream? Let me know who you are. Please type something in the chat. Let me know you here.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. A solid and competitive first half of basketball. LeBron, how do you feel about the team and its performance tonight?
Good job on the road.
All right, listen up, everybody.
Now, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Yeah, I remember those, bro.
Cleveland leading by 4, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Freak in its shooting guard. Zach Randolph is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Irving at the point guard. The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Outside Jack. Pass to Kilpatrick. Screen by Bougie. Back to Jack. Just 5 on the clock. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They've led by as much as 10. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Man, that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything.
Yo, LeBron, if I
that
pass
they
you
did
again,
well.
you fuck up
The
my
game
assist.
just
Like,
got
I'm
out of
really
hand
gonna stop open.
Really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
The Nets have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. It's tipped. Kilpatrick passes to Jack. The wide open look here for Lopez. And James pulls it down. James has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but
Kyrie,
enough
what
to
are you
get the
doing?
job done.
Yeah, but one more
I'm taking
advantage
dumb
in the
shots,
stat
Kyrie.
column. And that's what's translated to this lead.
Here's Jack following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He told his guys, be patient at the offensive end. Whatever we do, we cannot waste possessions with bad shot selection. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
And that one's good. James.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Nets trail by 10. Now here is Jack. Boozer is screen on Irving. Shot clock at 6. And Jack kicks to Lopez. Can't get it to go.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Somebody cut to the basket. Somebody cut to the basket.
Inside.
Thank you, Kyrie.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Nah, this is PS4, bro.
Check in for the
Willie
Cavaliers.
Brooks.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Free throw, good, Irving. The Nets have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. And Jack kicks to Lopez. Can they get it? And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back and doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
The Nets have gone 9 of 13 from the line. That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Kicks it to Freak. Now the pass to Smith. He feeds it to James. And a wide open look for Freak. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist in this one. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Bulls.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court.
And that one's good.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
Freak.
Off me. Oh, that should have went in. That for real?
Carlos Boozer pulls it in.
Yo, let me tell y'all some shit, son. So, I turned on my game today, and apparently in this version of 2K, unlike the Xbox 360 version, you can't talk to the GM, as far as I haven't figured out yet, but you can't talk to the GM about who to trade or who not to trade when you become a starter. And it's been fucking with me, because these niggas dead ass traded Kevin Love for 2 niggas who are in the NBA in real life. They gave me 2 creative players, my mans. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. Let me pause this. Game stats. Score summary. Nah. Shot chart. Nah. Box score. Here we go.
He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
For Brooklyn, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Now, Freak. He's got 16. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Splitter with a screen on Hickson. Passes it to Freak to the left side wing. Fry, that's for 2. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Splitter. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. The Cavaliers, number 1. 5th best, the Nets.
And this is the kind of shooting these teams would love to have all season long. I mean, they've both been on a tear here of late.
Smith against Johnson. It's stolen by Smith. Dellavedova kicks to Freak. Splitter sets a screen. In the corner, Smith with it. The feed to Freak. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key. The shot is off. Jack with the defensive effort.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Hickson now atop the key. Johnson, that's for 2. And he hits the jump shot.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by the Nets. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
There's the dish to Jones. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now just a 3-point Cleveland lead. Dellavedova, the pass to Freak. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. Hollis Jefferson passes to Jones. Feeds to Johnson. To tie. No good on that last second attempt there. That concludes the third. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Nets trail by 3. Jones is out there at Bogdanovich. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Kilpatrick. Lopez up top. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nets passing it around. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
No clue where that pass is going. That is a brutal turnover.
So for the Nets, Carlos Boozer's checked in for Jones, and Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And it's Kilpatrick missing. Kilpatrick's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Freak kicks to Randolph. Spates sets a screen. Irving dishes to Spates. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Spades has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs. Nets shooting 47%, pretty solid. Pass to Bogdanovich. Lopez a screen. At the elbow, Jack. Four on the clock. From 11 feet away. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Kilpatrick passes to Boozer. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Boozer. And it falls over the rim and in.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Freak kicks to Randolph. He dishes it to Freak. Down low, Irving. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jack's got his third rebound tonight. Nets trail by 3. To tie it up. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
Jack dishes to Boozer. And there's the pass to Kilpatrick. It's deflected. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Low block shot on the way, and that one goes long. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Irving kicks to Freak. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Cleveland.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court your Nets dancers.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And that one's good. Boozer.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of
we got to be more physical on defense. They are getting
defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
The Cavaliers leading by 4.
Rotate over and make
Irving kicks to Freak.
Quit being so soft.
LeBron passes to Freak. Brooklyn with the rebound.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Now here's James. Not a lot of room. Here's Freak. And it's off from three-point range.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. There's 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Boozer. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 5 assists tonight. Here's James. He kicks to Freak. On the wing, Irving. Fires for 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. From down in the low post, it goes.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Irving. Kicks to Freak. Off the pick. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting in touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively. And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, LeBron, after a first half that looked like it could go either way, what was the difference maker down the stretch in this game?
Well, defensively, we stepped up. That's what it's all about with our team. We know we get stops.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
The thing that has to jump out of you is all of those points in the paint. He found every gap in the defense that he...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. Nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. Well, Freak was recently selected to be a part of All-Star Weekend. Very big honor for him, and I'm sure there will be a lot expected of him. You guys have both been involved with All-Star Weekend. What's it like? What's going through their heads right now?
Well, the most important thing you have to do is just enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a lot of superstars there. It's going to be a lot of things going on. You just have to go, perform, let them know who you are. The fans voted you in. You got to give them a great show.
Yeah, but I think, guys, if you're there, you can't get caught up with all of the hype and everything and all the star watching. I think you're there to be the star, not to see the stars. So you have to go in there and perform and let people remember you. Shaq always did that, and he did that great.
You know why?
Why?
I saw Halle Berry looking at me one time.
You know what I think? It was really admirable, whether you were going to be in the dunk contest, Kenny, or the three-point, or you're playing in the game, Shaq, that you guys got to town and you just stayed in the room. I thought that was very impressive.
I sure did.
That's all you did. You just watched.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. The Magic make a quick stop here in front of their Orlando fans just one game before heading out. And, of course, Kevin Love. This will be their second game without him.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. I mean, they are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than the short-term.
Exactly. I mean, trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big picture deal. I mean, you have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then throw in the financial considerations. So this is more than just about the player.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Freak in at shooting guard. Maurice Spates out there with Channing Frye. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. Now here's Peyton. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. The wide open look here for Oladipo. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. Oladipo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Freak. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Most of the NBA will be taking a breather during the All-Star weekend, but Freak will be a part of the action. Clark, as we know, in a big way.
In a real big way. I mean, he's slated to take part in multiple events, Kevin, during the All-Star weekend. Not sure how he'll do in all of those, but should make for an exciting weekend for him.
That is good.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. To the middle. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Freak.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan, to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Oladipo. 17 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Freak with it, guarded by Oladipo. Freak with it. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. That's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Gordon. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Vucevic, and it's Freak with the rebound. This shouldn't be a shock to anyone with the way he's been shooting this year, but it's just been confirmed that Freak, Clark, will be part of the three-point contest.
You know, he's got a nice stroke, Kevin, so I can see him doing well in the three-point contest. Takes some endurance to put up 25 shots in a short amount of time, so he's going to have to do a little work to get ready for that aspect of it.
Well, if you've seen some of the slams he's thrown down this year, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Freak will be participating in this year's dunk contest.
Yeah, I'm claiming it right now. I mean, he's my favorite to win the thing. I just don't see how he doesn't come away with the crown with his creativity and ability to elevate and levitate.
Oladipo misses.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
That gives them the lead.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gordon. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Splitters checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Channing Frye. Smith checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Dellavedova. To the paint. Here's Freak. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Freak's got his second basket.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Jennings. 5 to shoot. From the high post. No good off the front iron. Cavaliers leading. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's 7 points for Freak.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for him during the run. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Dellavedova kicks to Barnes. Now here's Freak. D right on him. And the rejection by Ezeli. Outside Jennings. Passes it to Ezeli. Soft touch off the glass.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, Freak. He has 7. And stolen by Jennings. Here's Nicholson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And that one falls for Nicholson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. On the court for Cleveland. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. LeBron James is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He ended with 20 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game. I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Picked by Vucevic, and Oladipo has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Freak. He's got 7. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Payton. Again, Oladipo missing. James dishes to Irving. LeBron passes to Freak. To the inside. And Frye slams it in.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Payton. The Cavaliers making the shot. Right wing. Shot clock at 5. Ezeli can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Now here's Freak, covered by Payton. Now here's Freak. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. They get it back. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Orlando.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. That one misses.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
Greg, they were better than the box score might indicate because they were solid in execution, more so than the stats would show.
Here's Payton following the basket by Freak. Here's Vucevic, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Answers.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and three-point shooting.
You know, to do what he does, you have to have that scorer's mentality. I mean, he knows he's the go-to guy, and everybody else knows it too.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Splitters checked in for Spates. Smith comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Now here's Freak. He's got 9. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Cavaliers number 1. The Magic in second.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helps him make it happen.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Now here's Freak. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Barnes. Fournier pulls it down. Magic leading by 10. Right wing. Here's Jennings. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Jennings has got 6 in the quarter. Here's Freak. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first half of play.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. No good from Payton.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Channing Frye.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Now here's Payton. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Irving. Pass to Freak. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
James kicks to Freak. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Tries from 10, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 10. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Midget Dancers.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Kyrie Irving, number 1.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his pass.
This isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups.
The Magic making a switch here. Ezeli's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Richard Jefferson. He's checked in for Maurice Spates. The Cavaliers trail by 12. LeBron James on the wing. Freak. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Crisp pass into the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good. Freak.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Freak. He's got 14 points and 5 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Now here's Payton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
LeBron passes to Freak. Dishes it to Irving. And here's Freak. 14 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
Here's Irving. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic, lets the 3 fly, and he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Freak. Freak's got 17 now.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Magic Dancers.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Fournier. He has 5. Another miss by Orlando.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
A different look now for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Jefferson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Freak with it. 17 points in the game. Feeds it to Smith. Again, the Cavaliers score. Orlando with the ball. They're leading by 8. 1:57 left here in the 3rd quarter. Nicholson dishes to Gordon. There's the pick. Jennings kicks to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Jennings. Averaging 13 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's LeBron. Tries to save it, and no good as it rattles out.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. The pass to Smith. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Cleveland.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Now here's Jennings. 6 points for him. Up the floor. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Freak. Freak's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now here's Jennings. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Ezeli. He feeds it to Nicholson. Tries to snap the cold streak. Good. He hits the jump shot. Nicholson's got 6.
And that shot was huge as they try to stem the tide here and hang on to the lead.
Yeah, they had been watching it kind of melt away, but that basket could be what gets the momentum back in their favor.
Now here's Freak. He's got 17. Fires, high post, and Cleveland again with the bucket. And it's the Magic with the ball. The drive by Jennings. Nicholson's shot is off.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Magic lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Magic leading by 3. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Freak in a 2-guard. Channing Frye out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Irving at the 1. And he gets it to go.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Payton passes to Oladipo. Takes the 3. But they recover it. Now, Freak. He kicks to Irving. Here's Freak. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And they double up Payton. Nicholson kicks to Oladipo. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more. And for the Cavaliers, James comes in for Jefferson, and Freak subbed in for Smith. For Orlando, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Down low. Here's Ezeli, and it's good. Off through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Pass to Ferguson. Now the dish to Ezeli. And he can't bank that one in. And it's Vucevic missing. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Nobody near Irving. It's rebounded by Payton.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The pass to Ferguson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 9th assist in the game now.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Magic leading by 8. And there's the feed to Ezeli. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it to Vucevic. Fires from 14. Jump shot is good.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Orlando.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year for this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And you got to believe that's important, Greg. I mean, it's one thing to lose both games of an interconference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Nikola Vucevic. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Another steal. Pass to Payton. Pass to Ferguson. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, what can you point to?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.